Alright, time to play Game Boy games. The next three challenges are sort of tied together. We have to find Game Boy cartridges and then play the game, beat the game by manipulating the save game or the game itself. So we need to travel around in these islands to search for these cartridges. The first challenge for this series is fairly easy and you can play to win basically, but I will show you why using an emulator and downloading the game file is probably beneficial for saving some time while you play the game. But for the second and the third one, you really have to grab the game and use an emulator. I'll make some recommendations on emulators. I use the BGB one, but you can use, of course, other emulators out there. But you really need a local copy for these. So let's find the first cartridge and then play the first game. So this first game will be at the Tarnished Trove. We haven't been there. This is at the Misfit Toys Island. And I already navigated my ship over there, so let's dock here. And as we dock on this part of the island, we're going to get 3 objectives here for Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3 of the game. Now these are buggy and unfinished versions of this game where we need to play with Elf, the dwarf, and go on various adventures. The first one, as you can see, is 1 out of 5 Christmas trees, so this should be fairly easy. And I believe we need to talk to this little elf here. Dusty. I'm just going to go and finish the dialogue real quick. So we get an item and 2 hints. Let's see if I can find them. Buried treasures. So Dusty tells us that there are buried treasures all around Geese Islands, and we should try to find these Game Boy cartridges. And then proximate proximity is about this item that we received. So this is a detector. Oh, I don't have the sound on, but it gives a beeping sound. I'm not really going to use this a beeping sound for the time being, because it's fairly easy to find the first one, and I'm gonna have a difficult time showing you how to easily locate the Game Boy cartridge on this map, but I will do it on the third one. It makes more sense there. So he also tells us about the fact that we should look for, at least here on this map, something that looks a bit unusual. So visually we would be able to identify what's going on, but let me just get down the music and the ambient music and SFX volume here. Well, those ones we can actually keep like this. All right, and I will also check. We got a new piece of the narrative. So this item should. That's the ambient SFX, yeah. So this item should, yeah, give this beeping sound whenever we are approaching. There's an easier way to kind of figure out the location. If you look at the traffic of WebSockets, then you will be able to see the location of the items. But this one is fairly easy to find. So it's in the, let's say, northern part of this map and under this hat. If you go there, my detector was not even able to catch this one as fast as I was approaching the location. And under this hat you will find the first cartridge of this game. and you are able to play the game. Now, you can play this one just in the browser. You will have a bit harder time, and I do recommend, for example, using the network tools here when you are about to play. Then you can just grab the Game Boy game and use an emulator. So when I click on this, this loads the game in, and here you can see this very last message. Just zoom in here, that it's downloading this GB file here. So you can just go directly to this URL and download this game. Now load it into an emulator. This will allow you to save the game while you're playing it. There's also a save game functionality within the game, but it's in the starting position location, and you will save time if you just kind of cheat and save anytime you want to have a save game. For the emulation, I use the BGB Game Boy emulator. You can find it on this URL and download it, and then run this game. Now, once you grab a copy of the game, you can just right click here. It starts, I think, in a smaller window, so I made it larger. Probably I'm going to make it even larger, and then load ROM. And this will allow you to go to the game GB file and open it. And then the game loads, and I just need to remember the controls here. I think it was A and S for, well, the controls. So this is volume 1, and we're going to play Elf the Dwarf's Glorious Unfinished Adventure. As you can see, there's a new game and a continue. This will also generate a save game file, and this will be very useful for the third game, I think, if I remember correctly, yeah. But we can also just go ahead and save the state of the game. There's a quick save and a quick load functionality. Plus you can also select from these 10 slots. So you can have like different slots for your quick save games. Well, we haven't started the game yet, so I think we're safe. No save data found. All right, so we need to start a new game. And this one has a glorious 8-bit music here. I'm probably going to pause a little bit the music. Then I'm playing under the video. So previously on Holiday Hack, there's a little story. We're looking for Tom Liston, who's also working at Counter Hack. Some nice little jokes here with the characters. So I'm just gonna keep skipping forward. All right. And we have here the option to save a game. I'm not really going to use this one, so that's fine. We can talk to the characters by hitting there will be X on the controller, I believe, but whatever emulator you're using, it might be mapped to a different key. And then we have to start exploring this world. You cannot go to this direction, so you have to just keep on going. An elf will just be grumpy about the fact that we need to walk around in this game. And then there's this little dog and these weird blocks over here. So this dog will tell us that what you can do, I'm gonna put back the music. So what this dog will tell you is that you have to sing to some of these blocks, and they will reveal that they're special singing blocks and you need to push them to their right location. So this is a mini game that you have to play basically to get to the last part of the challenge, where you're going to be presented by a QR code. You have to take that QR code and then decode that. I think I forgot to open the URL that I used, but it's fine. So we're going to just do that one in a second. Just going to place the already edited QR code that I cut out so I can show you how that looks like. And I'm going to use this side. All right, very good. So we need to play this one. With the other button, you can sync to a block and it shows you the location. Now, while the block is singing, you won't be able to get to that pixel or block location. And to move the block, you just have to push it. So this is the standard like block or like box pushing kind of game. And you want to be very, very careful, because if you accidentally just, you know, look towards the block and you hold the keys for a little longer, it will already push the block. And while the block is singing, also you cannot push it to the final location. So these are things to pay attention to. And because it becomes a little bit like challenging to pay attention, and you need to put in place 7 blocks, I do recommend using an emulator and just save the game. So I just saved the state for this game, and I can always load back with F4 in case of BGB. So if I hit F4, it just jumps back to that state. So it doesn't matter if I accidentally push a block and I'm no longer able to push it. I can always reload the game to the initial position with the dog. Move high. Okay, yeah, misplaced the blocks. Oh, I think here, yeah, because, oops, that's for the debugger. I think here, because we were supposed to just put this one in place, we can even reset it without just exiting from this scene, but I can always load it back. So this is a great benefit of having save states. I do recommend using that. So once you push a block into its location, you see that the score changes. 1 out of 7, done. And then we need to do it with the rest of the singing blocks. Now, the way to find them, you can probably reverse engineer this, but this is 1 out of 5 Christmas tree challenge. So I'm pretty sure that was not the intention. And I'll try to remember where to enter. So the second block is, and you can see the elements of the QR code here. So the second block, you will have to, I think, enter, yeah, sorry, from here, I think, from the top, if you can. And I believe this is one of the singing blocks. Now the location is not visible, but I'm showing you that it's in the far end here. You just saw it for a second, so it has to be moved here. You probably won't be able to move it within this labyrinth of QR codes. So what I recommend doing is getting it out on the other side and then move it around the top of the QR code. But I'm going to save the state here, because if I accidentally push it just to the left, so that direction, then I won't be able to move the block anymore. So we have to push it up and then push it out from the whole QR code. So we're outside now. On the left side of the QR code, now on the top. Then we just keep on pushing this little block. So that's the second one. And the rest of the QR code blocks that we need to move around and fix the QR code are gonna be towards the lower right corner. Now let's see where we need to move this block. Over there, very good. All right, we have 2 out of 7. Very good. So let me just check where the next one is. So we need to go down, I believe here. There's one block over there, but we need to move blocks to this location, and this will be the last block that we're going to put in place. There's another one, however, oops, over here, which we just need to move to this position, and that's going to be our third block. I'm going to, again, with F2, save the state, just to make sure that in case I make a wrong move, we don't have to go back and reload the whole thing with the dog. And once the block is in the position, you can shoot music, you can sing to that block, but it will not do anything. All right, so that was block number 3. And then we have here one block. We need to move this one a bit later, and we need to approach it from the top to push it, because if we push in this direction, then we won't be able to move this one, especially because that's also a singing block here. And I have good news, because this one is also a singing block. Now, that one, I think we should be able to push here. But it's probably easier if we just go for these two first. These two blocks, I need to enter here from the side. Go up here. You can probably approach them from the top as well. And then we're going to move this one first. Reposition. I'm actually not sure if this was the right order. I think we can still do it. Yeah. I'm just gonna push it here, then go around. That should be good. See, that's why you want to save the state. Okay, so it should go there. And then I think I will move this one. The order matters, but just a little bit. Okay. Okay, that moves over there. Okay, and then the last piece goes to that one. And now we're closing this half here. All right, 6 out of 7. And we need to move just one last block. Like so. And after this, we're going to have the completed QR code. Now this one, you can take a screenshot of it. I already did that. Let me see where we have it. Yeah, so you can take the screenshot here and probably just cutting out the extracted QR code part of it, and then let me just get to the site where we're going to upload this QR code. You can go to any site basically that can do QR code decoding. Oh no, that's the final solution. Sorry about that one. So this is the site that you are going to end up. That's the QR code one. Didn't specify URL was not valid. Oh, okay, so this is the QR code decoder. That's already the decode site here. and then you need to upload the image from here, for example. Submit the query, and then it gives you the raw text, the raw bytes as well. So this decodes the QR code, and then you go to this URL and you grab just this part of the flag. So this one says flag colon, that's the flag. And then you need to go back here to Holiday Hack Challenge, go to objectives. And for each Game Boy cartridge games, you have to submit a flag. So let's do that. And we completed the first Game Boy game here. So the next two games, we do need to download the game itself and play it in an emulator. Those are going to be a little bit more challenging ones. So let's see where we can find the second cartridge and how we can beat that game in the next video.